There is evidence today that energy companies are making even bigger profits out of each and every customer. Energy watchdog Ofgem says the profit levels have risen dramatically in just the last 4 months, but the companies deny their profiteering. Ofgem estimates that the leading energy companies are now making a net profit of £125 per customer per year. There's been a huge rise in that figure since June. It leaves the average gas and electricity bills at £1,345. Here is our consumer editor, Chris Choi, on the big profits.
As winter approaches, money might be tight for Britain's households, but today's figures suggest energy firms are raking it in, with average annual profits per customer going from £15 a year to £125. And today's findings don't end there. The average dual fuel cost is now £1,345. And here they say bills aren't just high, they're too complex. And I'm here to discover what Ofgem will do with the profit evidence so many customers will find shocking.
It's our job to make sure that the market is working effectively and that consumers are really getting the benefits of competition, and that's what our reforms do.
Can you attack that particular profit margin?
It's not our job to regulate prices and profits.
So whose job is it?
That's not the job. Well, to a certain extent, it's the market that should be doing that.
Ofgem says the way we're charged is as outdated as this Victorian gas equipment it displays at its HQ, and the complexity of tariffs, it says, can disguise high prices and limit the effectiveness of choice in the market. The energy company's profit margins were around £30 per customer 2 years ago, rising to £40 the following year, but there's been a big jump this year to £125.
If they're making ridiculous profits, then yeah, they should do something about it and then cut the prices.
It's just gone over the top. Nobody's earning any more, and the price of everything has gone up, and everybody has to have heating.
When old people are sort of dying because they're cold at home, it's really kind of unethical.
The underlying mood that consumers have is of an energy sector that doesn't play fair by them, that charges them too much and is more concerned with their bottom line, their profitability, than providing a decent level of service at a decent price for their customers.
The energy watchdog wants standardised bills with standing charges set by Ofgem. Suppliers would only change the unit cost, allowing easier price comparisons. But the industry has come out fighting, saying the officials have got their figures wrong.
This is not a realistic assessment of energy company profits.
Hang on, £125 per customer per year, even for a short period, surely that's unacceptable profit.
The energy profit, on average, is only a few % of the bill. The vast majority of the bill is the wholesale cost.
But there are many more tough questions facing this industry. Soon the regulator will report on whether pricing is fair, and next week government is convening a summit. As winter bites, the energy debate is hotting up.
Well, Chris now joins me live. Chris, from your interviewee in your report there, it does sound as if Ofgem either won't or can't force the companies to cut their prices and their profits.
Well, I think there you've hit on the big underlying issue. The powerful regulator, with all its resources, doesn't actually have the power to regulate profits or prices. All it can do is try and alter the way the overall market operates, in the expectation that that process will limit prices as far as possible. But of course, for a lot of consumers, they're at the end of their patience and their money, and they want quick results, and they're looking for more of a sense of urgency, perhaps.
And it does have to be said that the energy companies are disputing this figure of £125 per customer. Who's right on that?
Well, the companies have a valid point in that profit figure of £125 is just a snapshot. It's just kind of one moment in the year, about a quarter, I'm told. Actually, over the year, the figure would rise and fall. Therefore, that generally is seen to be a flaw in the methodology, as it were. British Gas, the biggest supplier, says that the figures issued this morning are misleading. They say they've had a look at their audited accounts for last year. They think the figure for them is more £24 per customer, not the £125. Another response we've had in is from E.ON. They're questioning, to an extent, the reform to bills. They say, yes, we need simplification, but we also need a range of different types of bill to create choice.
Chris, thanks very much indeed.